welcome to the A.S.S podcast with your hosts, C-Scoop and Tupperware.
Yeah, it's me, Tupperware boy.
And today, we've got special guests Forever Minecraft 23 and Free Mulch.
Hello.
Those are our TeamSpeak names.
Would you like to buy some mulch? Sorry, have some mulch.
I would love to have some mulch.
I have
Not
too
about
much.
buying mulch
We had an
here, just-
overshipment of mulch.
You have 2 mulch?
Yeah,
Fuck.
I have 2 mulch. Alright, come get some mulch.
First question from Discord is, do you enjoy being YouTubers?
Yeah.
Because you guys are
Yeah.
actually successful. and
Yeah,
we
what is it
just
like being a successful
videos.
YouTuber?
Yeah, what is it like? How does it feel?
Pretty good.
Is
For
this
us
an
who can't
interrogation?
What were you doing on September 23rd, 2014?
I don't know, probably playing Minecraft.
That's excellent. Yeah, I guess that question's a very cut and dry question.
Yeah, I mean, I like
Yes.
being a YouTuber, obviously. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't like it, you know?
Like, follow-up question, have you guys worked retail? I know Ezra has, but
I
don't know
have, yeah.
I've actually never worked like a normal job. I've always worked stuff like production jobs and doing YouTube pretty much.
So, like, not really a big transition for you,
Nah.
but how's
I would
how's
hate
it
doing
going
retail.
from dealing with fucking losers all day to dealing with losers in video games and then editing it?
It's a lot more fun because you have more freedom to talk back. Whereas
That's
if you
true.
talk back at retail, you get fucking fired. So, yeah, the answer is I love doing YouTube. Compared to any other job in the world, like including retail, then yeah, definitely a better job. I wouldn't give it up for anything else.
I want to do retail funny moments, actually. I think that'd be really entertaining.
Isn't that
Do a
just
video
IRL
where you
streaming?
just get yourself hired at like at just any fucking dead end grocery store, and then you just vlog yourself fucking with customers saying, "Hey, can I help you?" And they ask where something is, you give them the wrong aisle or some shit, and then you just walk away giggling, and you just keep doing that until your boss finds your channel and fires you.
That'd be... It's like a...
I want to start
Why has nobody done this? Wait a minute, hold on.
That's gotta be a thing.
Because
I mean, I
they're
don't know if
afraid
they
of the
get
real life
hired.
repercussions.
I mean, I'm sure people have, like, put on the, like, uniform for a store and went in and fucked with people, but I don't think anyone's, like, actually just gone balls deep and got a job there and, like
Go
just
completely
lived it
underground.
for, like, months. Like, worked just minimum wage just for YouTube content. 8 hours a day just fucking with people. So
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
they just, like, are working at the cashier stand and just scan things, like, 8 times and try and get them to buy it. Holy shit. That's probably illegal.
I want to
think about it.
start a workers'
Yeah.
uprising in the middle of Walmart. I want to take down Walmart.
One store at a time. You're like the Walmart
Yeah.
bandit. You just get hired at different Walmarts across the country and just get them shut down one by one.
Yeah, I want a unique set of skills amongst my fellow Walmart workers for us to be able to take down each Walmart in the country via coup.
Dude, if I did that, if I was running a retail trolling channel and I was working at a cash register, every time somebody comes up, I'd be like, "Can I see your license and cash register, please?" And then I'd just look in front of me and I'd be like, "Oh wait, that's mine."
Every single time. Recurring customers just have to deal with it.
It's like, oh, it's this fucking retard again. He
Every
says the
time
same
somebody
shit.
buys alcohol, can I get your license and cash register?
Wait. You
Wait.
look into the camera.
Oh, it's right in front of me. Oh, silly me.
Just look into the security cam every time to get your manager to just watch you do it every time.
Just dead cold stare at the security camera while you're saying it, and they're like, "What are you looking at?" And then you're like, "Oh, that's mine."
You do like a sitcom intro every time you walk into the store for your shift.
Hire a barbershop quartet to tail behind you at all times.
Holy shit, that'd be great.
We're just
The
giving people
mariachi band.
content right now.
Yeah.
Dude, if you
So
want to be
many videos.
successful on YouTube, just take these ideas and let them flourish, alright?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I would do it.
All right. Next topic, because we're just gonna fucking talk about nonsense the whole time if I don't keep going. I was just curious, personally, like, how was transferring from gaming shit to like general, like, I don't know if it's like reaction or like.
Oh, I don't know what to classify it as. Famous
Alternate
birthdays was probably the most accurate one. It said web culture commentary. I was like,
That's
wow,
very accurate.
Oh yeah, that's
Wow.
actually pretty good.
good
good
job,
description.
famous birthdays. And then they put up a bunch of pictures of me with the angry face, and I was like,
Wait. Wait, you're on famous birthdays?
yeah, so are you.
Am I?
I am too.
I'm fairly certain you're linked on my page.
They emailed me asking to be on their site.
Am I in the top 1,000? Because I'm not. If I'm not in the top 1,000, there's no point in checking.
I don't think you are.
All right. Yeah. Never mind. Move on.
Yeah,
All right.
When I went to VidCon in 2017,
How do you have more background noise
Why are
than
you,
we
why are
have
you
outside?
growling at me?
hey, that was a very loud car.
I'm actually fucking outside.
When I went to VidCon in 2017, I was with my Doza, if you know who he is, or you don't, I don't care. But he was already on Famous Birthdays, and I forced them to give him a shirt. I was like, he's on your site, what does he get? And they just gave him a shirt. So, go to VidCon again, and you get another shirt or something, and then you can burn it.
Hell yeah, dude. I want to
wanna
rep
get-
famous birthdays.
I want to get a famous birthday shirt and then just cross out famous in Sharpie so it just says birthdays.
And then just show up at kids' birthdays.
You just white out over famous and it just says birthdays.
No, you just put in so it says infamous birthdays.
Oh,
Nice. Nice.
My birthdays are infamous.
Anyways, what was the original question?
How was the transition from gaming
The
to
yeah.
web-based commentary,
Um
web culture commentary?
I mean, obviously I've been pretty successful with it. It's been crazy. I think it's something that lets me use my comedy way better. And
That's true.
I think it's a really good format. And when I was doing gaming before, like, I wasn't really doing anything new. There was way less creativity in it. And I was just kind of following along the trail of other people. And there's so much garbage gaming content out there, right? That is like the exact same thing. You could go to any channel, it's not going to be any different. And the ones that are different, they stand above the rest. And I think in the gaming community, there's no way to grow without networking. So besides Rack is an exception
Hey.
because he blew up from originally like iFunny and Instagram
Yeah.
posts, and that was like one thing off to the side. Whereas like most people, they can't grow without it, and I realized that, and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to grow any farther than I am currently if I keep doing this. And my content right now is lame, and it's just overall not something I want to be creating anymore. Is it the worst thing in the world? No. But is it something I think I can improve upon and do something different and grow further? Yeah. So
It's almost replaceable, I think, to be like a gaming YouTuber. It's definitely
oh
a way-
yeah. If
'cause,
if
like-
you don't put like mega ultra personality into it, right? And like my comedy just didn't work for that, and I accepted it.
Right.
So
I
yeah.
just yell a lot,
Yeah.
so that works. But yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's probably a lot more fun. It's probably a lot more fun doing shit where you just like can literally just pick a topic and find images that exist online
Oh yeah,
So-
for sure.
to couple with that.
And I also feel like because it's all kind of the same thing, the same format, but it's all very different. I think I'm in a better position now to where I could do anything I wanted to. Like if I wanted to do a passion project right now, I still think I would get a large number of views. Like even if it was a different format, you know?
Yeah, wasn't the E3 kind of a passage project?
Oh yeah, and it
And it's
flopped.
like 100K.
But that was also because it was E3 and no one cared.
True.
It's still a good video though. I think that's
enjoyed
a
it.
solid video.
Oh, sorry, I had to burp. Shit.
That's cute.
Thanks, babe. Oh, thanks for that too. Really makes me feel conscious about my pussy burp.
You're not alone.
Gamers are never alone. I was gonna say halfway through your thing that there's so much shitty gaming content. Joko's had hours of it in his Vegas timeline recently, so I definitely understand. He's been editing for a Minecraft YouTuber.
Yeah, I've been editing for this dude named Such Speed. I've watched him come up from 0 subscribers to 175k. And now I work for him, and if you had told me 3 years ago that I would be working for him editing his Minecraft videos where he plays UHC with like an 11-year-old, I would tell you you're fucking crazy. But that's what I did before I went on vacation.
I'm so
Until
sorry.
2 in the morning. And this is what happens when you don't make it on YouTube. This is what you're relegated to, is bitch work. So... I've been having fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think you have to like watch through the base footage as if you're watching a bad movie. Like,
oh no, you just have to sort of shut your brain off.
Oh, that's true.
I would just
Alright.
*4 the speed and then be like, oh, cut. Just like sporadic cuts amongst the timeline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from though, Joko, because I'm still doing some bitch work for Exploding TNT because I need cash.
I think I know who that is. I think I've seen their. I don't know.
A lot of people know who he is. He's a real winning YouTube channel. He makes like Minecraft
Winning?
machines and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's
He's in the
epic,
winner's
dude.
circle, dude. He has like 4 mil. It's crazy.
Oh,
But I just write down ideas for him for cash. So like it's
What the
extremely mind numbing, but it's worthwhile. So
Do you just
I
like
understand.
send him a full page of like video ideas?
He has a
and then he just
spreadsheet.
pays you? Oh, like a spreadsheet. Okay.
Yeah, it's like $10 per idea.
That's
Oh wow.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
That he
it's-
uses, or just in general?
Wait, no, he uses all of my ideas.
Oh, okay.
This man has no quality standards.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. Epic Howard the Alien Minecraft Machinima.
Oh,
Done.
You think I can't write that on the spreadsheet and
Oh,
make it a
just do
video?
it. Do it for me, dude,
Dude,
please.
that would be 1 million views.
It actually
No,
would. Oh, I'll
Just
take
wait till like,
half of the ad
Facebook
revenue.
people start posting about it, and then you can make it, and then it'll get 1 million views. All right. Next topic is, what are your favorite like videos or like ideas or whatever that you've made on your channel, respectively?
Rack, you can go first.
All right. I like a lot of the older videos I did that were like mostly surfing. So for me, I think my favorite is probably the CS:GO stand-up one, just because the entire thing is surf clips back to back, and it's not playing with friends at all. It's literally only interacting with randoms. And I think that can be like refreshing amongst, you know, all the other funny moments YouTubers that kind of just ride off of other YouTubers. You know, I think it's
That's
refreshing
true.
and somewhat magical to see like, oh, this person doesn't need friends. All he needs is his own humor and a server full of people that are listening to him, you know? And I want to do more shit like that because I think those videos are like objectively better than ones where you're just playing with friends and it's more like an inside joke kind of humor.
Yeah, when you
Right.
get to a certain point, I feel like at your size, you don't have to worry about like building yourself up enough to where content like that would get views, right? So like something like that certainly showcases your comedy way better.
Right. I want to
So
do
that's-
more stuff like that. It's just harder to do that now because you get recognized and people try too hard to be funny for your video, and then it ruins whatever magic you had in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, my suggestion is just, I know you don't actually like Fortnite, but if you solo queue squads, you find very interesting people.
Like,
Like,
little
I-
Mexican
th-
children.
Yeah, like you actually find a good mix of people now that, like, a lot of people have mics, a lot of people will talk, and a lot of them will just have something stupid to say. So if you just go and play it enough, like, you'll have enough content for a video that's, like, actually good. It may
If
take
I ever
some time,
sacrifice myself to the hellfires of Fortnite, I'll be sure to do that.
Didn't you get offered a sponsorship with them too?
I got offered to make a sponsored Fortnite video, and then I read the email and did not reply.
but Jesus Christ.
I bet you could reply now and just be like, "Hey, I got
Probably.
you.
Not gonna
I'll
do
do
it
like,
though.
I'll do it for free.
There are
Just
so
send me
many,
a
like,
shirt."
there's either like really wholesome kids that you can like, I don't know, just interact with, and it just makes a pretty fun to watch video, or there's like corrupted fuckers, and they'll just like be a 9-year-old screaming the worst shit you've heard at you, especially when they like die and shit. It's miserable.
Yeah,
It's
but I don't think
fantastic to watch.
I don't think Rack can really do his type of comedy with those types of people. You know, like
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
it's not gonna go off without a hitch. Especially if you've got like the wholesome kid. He's not Rack. You're not gonna make your normal jokes towards them. You know.
Oh, I still would. He just wouldn't laugh.
Oh. You would make your jokes towards a 9-year-old.
Yeah, he wouldn't laugh. He would just be scarred.
Epic.
Nice.
All right. So I think we touched on this a little bit, but like, how do you guys feel about your like? Because you kind of have like different ways of growing, like different video styles and growth. Just curious how you like reacted to and like sort of feel about that kind of growth.
Well, when it first started, I wasn't expecting it at all. It hit right at New Year's while I was still working retail, and every day it was like, this is when I had like 30K. Every day I would wake up and have like another 5,000 subscribers, and I just thought, well, this is just like a temporary hump in the road, and it's going to even out eventually.
Oh yeah.
It's
No,
not going to
that's-
keep doing this forever, right? And then it did, and it still does to this day.
That's
So,
the same thing for me. Like
It's bizarre. I've gotten
for
used
for
to
like
it,
the
though.
last like what was it, just July, for the last 22 days, dude, I've kept expecting it to even out and just stop and be like, okay, we're back to normal, and it hasn't. It's the weirdest feeling.
That is fucking crazy. Like, you go from a couple thousand views a video to like people with your face as their Twitter avatar and banner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. We have a we have a group of fans that has like our faces as their avatars with like hearts around our heads and stuff. And
I know
it's,
they started liking my tweets.
Oh, did they?
Absolutely precious.
Yeah, Fitz messaged me on Discord one of those tweets, and he was like, yeah, hey, by the way, get used to this. And I was like, don't worry, I already have. I looked up my name on Tumblr.
Oh no.
Oh fuck! That's
Did you
excellent.
find anything?
Yeah, I found out that they call the entire, like, the collective Fitz squad the GBG, the Gay Baby Gang. And that's like
Oh.
a Tumblr terminology for that group. So, I'd never heard it anywhere else because it's just too bad of a name to breach beyond Tumblr, I guess.
I thought Tumblr went down
No.
Tumblr's still nice and healthy.
because
Still
I've seen
still
so many,
tumbling
like-
strong.
I'm glad. I've seen so many Tumblr type trash posts on Twitter recently, but I guess that's all just from Facebook. Because no one likes Facebook anymore.
My Twitter feed has been incredible recently.
Mine is always incredible, in like a brain cell damaging way. So I get.
My Twitter feed is incredible too because I look at my own tweets.
I'm so proud of you. Is it?
Just
Why do you
kinda
guys
sad.
tweet once every 2 days?
They have a formula they figured out. Twitter.
Quality over quantity.
I do every day. I just think of something funny. Or I'll have a day where I think up like 5 tweets and I'm like, I better write these down in notes and then separate them amongst the next few days.
Sometimes I go a week without tweeting, and other times I tweet 3 times in one day. It just depends how fast my brain is working.
That's true. I treat Twitter so differently. I just throw everything at it
Yeah.
because I'm bored.
See, the thing is, we want to like, we keep it cleaner so that people, when they see our tweets, are going to be like, okay, that's the tweet, and they're gonna like it,
I
you
see.
know. Because if you tweet less, then there's gonna be a higher quality expectation.
And people don't see it as much, so they
Yeah.
favorite it.
Helps your tweets do better.
I feel it. All right. Okay, this personally I don't fucking understand. I see this like once in a while. Why do people compare you to Leafy, Ezra? I don't like. What is the whole?
All right.
Because you do CS:GO surfing,
Because
or
I
used to.
surf, apparently.
Yep.
Yeah, people comment.
Fucking
They're
canny.
like, I'll get
No,
to
you're
that.
obviously
I'll get
the
to the
same person.
uncanny shit in a second. If you're talking about just people comparing me to Leafy, that's outside of the realm of the conspiracy. I'll get to that. In terms of like comparing me, yeah, it's because I play surf, but beyond that, I don't really see any similarity. I'll get people that comment every now and then like, wow, so this is basically just Leafy reincarnated, yeah? You do the exact same thing. You left right where he left off, or you started right where he left off. I'm like, no, I'm playing the same game, but I'm doing something completely different. You know, I'm actually playing the game, talking to people in the game, not fucking talking about some unrelated bullshit and not talking to anybody in game. So, it's completely different. People that say that are stupid. And beyond that, there's a conspiracy. There was a conspiracy for a while before my face reveal debunked it that I was actually Leafy with a second channel, using a voice changer to make my voice deeper. This one guy, he found a video of mine from like a year ago. He sped it up, and or he transposed the pitch up by like a couple of units or whatever the fuck, and he was like, this is exactly like Leafy. Listen to the way he talks. And then he sent that clip, I think, or he just brought up the idea to another streamer named Hey Watch Your Mouth. You might know who that is. Nick,
yeah.
Hey Watch Your Mouth.
The hero of the story.
Yeah,
Oh, so is he gonna like see that and be like, I'm taking this bitch down?
So basically, he saw this in chat. Somebody asked in his Twitch chat, like, hey, this YouTuber RaccoonEggs, could this be Leafy? And then he pulled up that video on his stream and he watched it on stream. And he was like shaking his head, staring. And he was like, could a voice changer do that? And then he dragged,
pulls out the cigarette.
and then he pulls out a cigarette. He takes a really long drag off of the shitty, falling apart cigarette. He starts nodding with squinted eyes. Uncanny, dude.
It's
Unfucking canny.
canny.
Yeah. So there was that, and then some other guy. I forget his name, but he basically made a video about that. Yeah, drummer, and he made a video about that, basically saying it could be Leafy, and he posted that, or it made rounds on Reddit one way or another, and then I checked my comments one day, and it was every new comment coming in was this is Leafy, because for a short time, this conspiracy was gaining a lot of traction, and people genuinely thought that I was Leafy reincarnated, and then I did the face reveal, and now it's all over. So, yeah.
Damn,
That's
sounds like you
fucking
fucked
dumb.
up then. You should have kept it going.
Yeah.
I should have done a face reveal where I just dub over Leafy.
Imagine the fucking troglodytes just like freaking the fuck out. They're like,
I knew
holy
it!
shit, it's real, I knew it.
him! Oh my god!
4 spaces and
Yes!
alert and a space on scarce or some shit.
Oh yeah, that actually would have
It's
gone
a good
fucking
joke,
viral.
but I wouldn't do that to myself.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be kind of just a hindering thing mentally to be
Yeah.
like actually thought of as Leafy is here.
Voicing over a who.
It already
I feel like
is.
it's pretty hard to fuck up, and because like Leafy sounds like a faggot, and then you don't. It's like there's a very clear way of speaking.
I agree.
Eloquently
Whatever.
said.
I think that whole the whole Leafy thing, now that that's dead, there's like a new conspiracy where people think that I'm Swagger.
Think that you're Jewish?
That I'm Jewish? No, that was no. That's a joke.
That was one of the questions.
People unironically. Okay, we'll get to that. All right, fuck you. By the way, I'm not Jewish, but we'll get to that. I'll defend myself.
Or is he? New conspiracy theory?
Damn, I didn't know you were anti-Semitic. I'm just kidding.
I'm not Jewish. That means I hate Jews. Yeah, right. Okay. So the whole like I am Swagger thing, for a long time people have commented on my videos saying you sound like Swagger. But then just recently it's elevated to he is Swagger. I don't know why, but it just has. There's so many comments of people saying this is Swagger Souls. Swagger's second channel. There was one guy that commented, you sound like Swagger, and then replied, oh shit, it is.
I'm glad.
You fucking cracked the code, dude.
The reason I think this is happening is because we did face reveals at the same time, and there's like a separate conspiracy that my face reveal is actually Swagger's and that we switched. And now that's leading people to think that I'm actually Swagger. I don't know how.
Did you put like a clip in his face reveal thing where he like copied How To Basics thing?
I put a
Where he,
clip
like,
in
put a
his, yeah, where I was wearing
Right.
the mask and I called him autistic, and then mine was just the 8-second face reveal. So the conspiracy was
Right.
that was Swagger's 8-second face reveal.
Yeah, as soon as I realized that his face reveal thing was like a scavenger hunt, I just clicked off and forgot about it. Like, that's way too much brain power. But, yeah, that's funny. They, like,
Yeah.
okay, Jesus, people really, like, do mental gymnastics with this shit.
Yeah,
no,
it is
people
mentally
on the
draining
internet
reading
are
my
just
comments
so smart.
sometimes.
I think when one of us gets featured on iFunny, that's the funniest. It's the funniest shit. It's just seeing them scramble
going
to figure
through
out
and,
who
like,
it is.
Yeah, reading the comments.
Who can
Yeah.
it be?
It's
Who is it
Kugo,
this time?
dumbass.
It's Kugo. I was featured today, and I saw one that was like, "This is Swagger Souls," and then they replied and says, "Wait, nah, I figured it out. It's Soot House." And I was like,
What a jump in logic. How do you go from...
I don't even know what Suit House is.
some were saying, "Oh, this is Fitz, Swagger, and Smitty." Ha ha ha. I'm like, none of those people are here. It's so good.
That's great.
I
It's
should
like,
just get a... I should open a merch shop where one of the t-shirts is just the YouTube comment saying, "Oh shit, it's Swagger."
That'd be great. Damn, the YouTube comment shirt would be fantastic. Why hasn't Jax Films done that? That'd be much better than any of his other merch.
Because
really
he makes
does make
films,
awful
not
merch.
shirts.
Yeah, that's true.
He really does.
Dumbass. You dumb
It's
ass.
in the name. You dumb,
true.
comma, ass.
Dumb ass. Shit, I was gonna say something but I forgot.
Shit head.
I
It
like
has-
that next question a lot. That looks really interesting.
Why you smoke and why Carson chooses not to do anything?
Yeah, why don't you smoke, Carson? Explain for the podcast.
Oh, God.
It's not something I'm interested in doing.
Just like from losing brain cells perspective.
I don't think. No, I think marijuana doesn't like. I don't think it has many negative effects.
Oh,
And
it
I'm not
definitely does for
against
your
people
fucking-
smoking. It's just not something I'm personally
The
going to
only
do.
the only negative to marijuana is that you spend more money on food.
Yeah,
That's
Oh, I forgot
true.
about that.
and more money on the actual weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say was, I've had this problem. Is when you smoke too much, like, does it kill your motivation?
Yeah, it
do
does, which
things?
is why
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
it does
which
that
is
for
why
me.
I don't do it too much.
Same here. I feel as though it just really badly disrupts like any sort of workflow that I would have going, so I just don't do it a whole lot.
Yeah, I just fall asleep. It's it's not very efficient.
Yeah, I just
I save-
masturbate if I want to lose motivation.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
that's true.
Well,
When you got a
you
stiffy,
know,
you got your best ideas.
yeah. Pro tip: jerking off feels a lot better if you smoke a doobie before.
It's
oh
very
my,
true.
yes. Very big.
But
Very big fact.
So that's one
the
thing
the
you're
way
missing
that
out on.
the way that I combat you're missing out, Carson. Fuckface. The way that I combat losing motivation due to marijuana is by condensing all of it into one day of the week. So Monday, actually, what day is it? It's Sunday. I can make a Sunday joke at one point if I want to.
No.
Mondays are my smoke days. So I wake up on Monday and I just literally wake and bake and then just get baked all day. And then the rest of the week I'm completely clean. I think that's the best way to do it because not only do you use less, but you also get more out of it.
It's like a reverse cleanse.
Kind of, I guess. Yeah. You let it all out in one go and then you don't need to for the rest of the week.
I feel that. I don't really smoke that much anyway, only in social situations.
Yeah. That's how I jerk off too.
In
What,
social
so, yeah,
situations.
just it's the
No,
social
not
thing,
in
you know?
social situations. I jerk off once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Is
you
that-
must be a fucking fire hose.
Is
Yeah,
that is that too much?
Dude, you're more powerful than I thought you were. Jesus Christ. Fuck having 500,000 subs on YouTube. That's way more impressive. Jeez.
Dude. It was daily for me for a while, but slow down.
No,
a
if you
little
do
bit.
it daily, that'll kill your motivation. If you want good motivation all the time,
just
consistently,
before
you
bed.
know. No, keep it all in, just until
Oh.
the end of the week.
That's
Curious.
incredibly difficult.
No, I
You
that's
are,
a no from
you are
me.
a well
only-
trained man.
It's only difficult if you don't have self-control. If you have self-control, it's very easy.
Yeah,
By
I
the
have
way,
self-control.
we went from talking about why you don't smoke to how often I jerk off. Can I point that out?
Welcome to the official podcast. Have you ever any? Actually, no. You should actually go on that podcast. I won't ask you that question.
That's one of the questions.
Yeah,
we'll
one of the
get to that.
Okay, we'll get to that.
But like, I feel like the question hasn't even been answered. Why don't you smoke, Carson? Because you're
I
not
told you,
interested.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons, but like mainly I'm just not interested. Not something I want to really do.
Yeah.
Just
Also
rather,
turns you
like-
gay. That's a
There's
that's a big part of
I
it.
mean, there's a lot of factors to it, but like,
You wouldn't do it even just once, just to see what it's like. You don't have like a shred of curiosity as to
oh
what
no,
it's
I mean like I've thought about it, but I'm just like, nah, I can live without it. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
If you were in a room with me and JC the caster, and we were passing a bong back and forth, and you were sitting in the middle, you know, crisscross applesauce on your ass, staring at us, you wouldn't cave in and ask for a hit?
No. I mean, we had edibles at the room at VidCon. Like, if I wanted to, I would have done it then. You know?
Yeah.
I had a friend in high school offer me multiple times, and I'm like, no, I'm good. It's not a big deal. It's just not something I want to partake in. And
My
I'm completely
morals-
okay with people around me doing it.
My morals condemn me to not inflict peer pressure on anybody, but there's an exception for you. Smoke weed, you fucking queer.
Why am I an exception on your moral compass?
Because I want to see you high, because you already act so naturally high. I'm so curious what you would be like high.
It's like my
Probably
friend-
worse.
It would be incredible, though. You
You
would
wouldn't.
feel incredible. I felt incredible the first time I ever smoked. First time I ever smoked, my mom handed me her pipe and said, "Here, just take one hit." And then I smoked the entire fucking bowl and loaded another and smoked that too. And she came home and I was on the bed laughing at the ceiling. So, saying you wouldn't have an incredible time is a fucking lie. I know that for a fact.
I mean, I'm sure I'd have a good time, but again, it's just not something I want to partake
What if you're
in.
okay, we've had this talk before too. What if you were 80 years old on your deathbed? Would you do it then? Just so you can feel what it's like before you fucking pass into the afterlife?
I'm not that curious. It's just one of those things I can live without. Like I can live without skydiving too, you know?
Oh, I absolutely.
That probably
couldn't
feels
live
incredible,
without skydiving.
but like it's not something I'm personally wanting to do.
Yeah, to me it feels incredible and I want to do it, all right? So you're
Why don't you
wrong.
feel the same way?
You're wrong. All right. Stemming off of that, stemming. Would you ever take magic mushrooms?
Are
No.
you asking me?
Yeah, I laughed because magic mushrooms have stems. Would you ever?
No.
Why not?
Not something I want to do. Not something I want to
You
partake
have
in.
psychedelic potential.
Well,
like we're on
thank you.
A psychic show where he tries to solve a murder with psychic powers. You have the potential to be on the force, but you're not utilizing it. Just take these mushrooms.
Dude, every time I do drugs, I have a good time. You're missing out. I'm angry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry it makes you feel personally offended that I don't do drugs.
Fuck you. Yeah, you're the exception to my moral compass, you fucking queer. Next question.
Well, I'm curious. Joko, have you ever done any psychedelics?
Yeah. There
How
was
was
one
that?
time.
Was that when you convinced
That
your
was the
retard
experience
friend to
that
do
I-
it?
No,
Oh.
I mean, this is the experience where I said I wasn't going to talk about it for a while. It was a little bit scarring, but
Did
I
you
think I
have a good
learned
time?
some stuff. Oh, for most of it, no. The first, like, let's say, 3 hours, I was at an aquarium watching jellyfish, and it was, like, the coolest shit. But then after that, it went downhill really, really fast. And it was, like, probably some of the worst anxiety I've ever experienced in my life. But then afterwards, I felt as though I learned a lot about myself. So overall, I would say it was worth the experience.
And that was, what, magic mushrooms or LSD?
LSD.
Ah. Yeah, I prefer mushrooms over LSD, for the record. I've tried both, and now I can make a sound comparison. I think that LSD is definitely more uplifting and makes you more giddy, which also opens the doors for a more, like, it's more... I'm sorry, I'll wait.
Excuse me, officer.
They passed.
Someone died?
Yeah, they're gonna go save somebody that smoked weed.
There's a lot of
funeral
fires in
procession
California,
sounded
alright?
like that.
Carson, they have to send an ambulance to that guy because he decided to smoke weed.
That's not
He's
what I
dead
said.
now. This is what happens when you cave into peer
No, but
pressure.
LSD opens the doors more for anxiety, but I think it's also more social. The thing about mushrooms is, like, I at first going up was a little bit scary, and then, like, I was introverted for like a couple of hours, and then I was just fine, and I just felt incredible, and I was just talking normally. But then there was also just like a psychedelic twist to everything, and it was fucking hilarious. Everything just felt like it was part of a sitcom.
My question was, or is rather, were you doing it in public though?
No. The
That-
reason
I
you
think
probably had
that's the
anxiety is
main
because you were
difference.
doing it out in public.
Yeah,
I don't
the
think you should
entire
ever do
time.
that, especially not if it's your first time ever taking a psych. Don't do it
yeah,
in public.
It was a bit rough.
Yeah, no.
but-
Okay, if you're ever gonna
It
do
was a bit
psych,
rough with no babysitter.
yeah, no.
Oh.
If you're ever gonna do a psych, yeah, make sure that you're in a cool environment, a cool headspace, and you have a cool trip sitter, and then you'll have a good
I
time.
just hop in my fridge.
All
Yeah,
right.
that'd be a good one.
Okay.
I don't think I'm ever. Gonna
I'm really.
I'll be here
I'm
all week.
really
It's Sunday.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna fucking say that. Move on.
All right, we'll just stop that then. With the knowledge of how you got successful,
straight
how
edge
would
queer.
you start a new
Your
channel?
thunder has been stolen.
Oh yeah,
What'd you
actually,
say?
I'm really interested to hear about this because I'm thinking about
With-
doing that.
With the info on how you guys like kind of started it off and grew your channels,
Oh.
how would you go about starting a new
Oh,
one?
you're saying like if like I was thrown into an alternate reality where my channel never existed and I had to
But you
start
had
a
all
new
the
one,
intel
but
you
I
have
still
now.
had, and I was really fucking well. If that happened, I would be very confused and depressed for a week, and then I'd be like, well, I guess time to start fresh, and then I guess I would jump right into like gaming content. I wouldn't waste my time with like commentaries and all the MLG shit that I used to do. 'Cause
Everyone
that's
had
what
that
I think I
phase, don't
do.
worry.
That's what I do best, I think, is the gaming stuff. And I would jump right into that, and I think I would probably start off doing videos just by myself, because implying that my YouTube no longer exists, that also means that all my connections to my friends that I met through YouTube don't exist anymore either. So I would probably just start off by, joining random CSGO surf servers and making people laugh, and that would be where I start.
Yeah, probably. I would probably end up doing the same thing, but one thing I would definitely know after that is not to continue trying to do one thing forever when you know it's not working. If something's not working, then there's probably a reason for that, especially when you're in the position where I was, where I knew I had the tools to do what I needed to do, and I just wasn't successful with it. So like I would definitely be much more willing if something wasn't working to immediately just be like, okay, we gotta switch it up, you know? I think I became way too attached to trying the same things I was doing and treading over the same paths.
Yeah, also I'd start an iFunny account and post all my shit on there.
Yeah, honestly.
What do you guys think about that
would probably work.
Instagram TV shit, or whatever it is?
I don't know anything about it.
I heard. Yeah, it's like
I know what that is,
YouTube
but my
for
balls
Instagram
are
or
cut in
some
my
shit.
jeans, so I'm not listening.
Okay. I haven't really heard anybody say anything meaningful about that. I was just curious if anybody actually used it or not.
The hell is
I
Instagram
have not
TV,
used
bro?
it, but I also don't use Instagram.
I don't even know if
for
that's what it's
anything,
called.
Really, except posting my stuff.
Welcome to IGTV.
Is that what it is?
It's an event, I think. I
Why
don't
do
know.
people
I
buy
don't care.
like big screen TVs? Just get a regular size screen TV and then use a magnifying glass.
Damn, dude.
Binoculars. Just duct tape binoculars to your forehead while you watch stuff.
No, you've got them like they'll vault down from the roof. What are they called? Rappel. You just press a
Yeah.
button and then a pair of binoculars just fall down on a string.
Hell yeah.
That's what rich people
Like
do.
a fucking gas mask on an airplane.
Why do people
Yeah,
have
but just
glasses? Why
binoculars.
don't we just have giant magnifying glasses?
It's just one giant circle around your face.
Yes.
Don't know.
That would look adorable.
It would, like a big minion.
Big minion.
Suspenders and a yellow jacket
Goddamn.
and a giant magnifying glass. That's my cosplay. Rack, we need to go to a PAX as minions. All right.
Nope.
All right, never
I was
mind. We're
gonna say-
scrapping that idea.
Wow, that's the
We're
worst.
moving on. Wow, that is not good.
Holy fuck. Yeah, I think that's one unfortunate thing about being recognizable is like you can't do dumb shit like that and get an authentic
They're not gonna
response.
recognize you if you look like a fucking minion.
Who knows? Some people are very dedicated. So super sleuth that shit.
I mean, someone recognized us by your voice at VidCon, Rack. I mean,
Yeah.
it's possible.
How?
We were walking and talking on our way to the restroom, and some guy was like, "Raccoon?"
Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
saw him
crazy.
in my peripheral, like turning his head slowly and his face lit up.
But were you holding the mask?
No. I was just
Oh.
walking around.
Interesting.
We were just hanging out.
That's wacky.
Yeah, no, it was weird.
It was adorable. He was so happy.
He was.
It's probably like me when, out of the corner of my friend's eye, he saw Max Mofo, Filthy Frank, and iDubbbz. That was a very fun moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
None of
was
those
very
people
happy.
were at VidCon.
No, yeah, they didn't give a fuck that year. But in 2016, they were just walking around the floor, and we caught them. It's very exciting. Next thing, how is the process of filming your videos versus the final product?
Oh
guess
well,
that's
you're a
correct,
part
so,
of it.
like,
I think it'd be
yeah.
interesting to hear your take on that, like how different it is for you seeing the final product.
I think
you
I'm just
talking to me?
glad-
No.
Oh.
Well, anyone who's a part of it, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
So, you too. I'm just glad it's not as draining for people watch. Like, not that it's a bad draining. It's just like you just have to exert yourself to sit through 71 photos of toilets.
Oh well, yeah, but I mean it's a great experience.
But yeah, it's definitely
That-
a lot of like.
The toilets were so funny. It was
know.
just you jam pack it all into an hour or so. And it's just an overload of your senses because you don't expect anything that's coming, and it's
Or like an
always
assault on your senses.
it's always so weird, and so a lot of them are funny. So like that piled on to the fact that you're around these people that are also funny and making jokes about the stupid pictures you're looking at, and it
Yeah.
all just combines into this one big ball of stress.
I think it honestly is like it's like going to an improv session or some shit and just riffing off people and like posting shit and like thinking about I don't know, it's really fun, and I think seeing the final product is interesting just to see like how it all came
Yeah.
into one versus just like being this just giant hour of fucking laughing at shit.
Yeah, I cut so much.
You do.
It's but I mean obviously it's worthwhile. The fact that here's the thing though, like that versus like something like what Rack does, I'm really lucky because I can just do one recording session and then I'll be able to edit off of that. Rack has to go out and get footage, you know. So I feel
Yeah.
very lucky that I just set up an idea and I'm like, all right, let's record this, you know. Unless it's like invading Discord servers, which takes a little bit more time, or the E3 thing, which took a millennia.
Yeah.
You want to hear my take?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I do put a lot more work into the filming process, but I think in the end, that makes for something magical because it's like you can tell, I think, if not straight up, like subconsciously watching it, you can tell that there's a lot of work and a lot of hours put into it. And I think that by itself has its own charm. The fact that, like, I go through hell and back just to get these gold nuggets. You know, I play so much just to get so little out of it. But I think that in itself has an appeal for sure. And it's not even, like, tedious. It's not even hell and back, like I said. It's more like just having fun with friends and not even really thinking about the fact I'm recording. And then I go back through it later. And then that's kind of the hell part, is just going through everything and having to rewatch a bunch of comp games.
And you also, like, panic over clips. You're like, is this funny? Is this funny?
I do. It's true, because I'm really fucking anal about the quality of my videos. I want every single joke to have, like, at least some substance. And if it doesn't, yeah, it's going in the fucking shitter. I don't want to trash my videos with shit that's half funny like most people do.
That's what I do.
So a lot of it is like in the editing process, and just like the ordering of the clips and making it flow.
See, I'm lucky because a lot of my clips, I think there's to a degree, a lot of them end up being funnier because the image is funny or because what we're looking at is funny, and then a bunch of the clips you put the commentary on top of that. Whereas with your stuff, you don't have that extra element, so like
it's just talking.
Yeah, and that's way harder. But I think it's funnier at times.
It's funnier. I think it's funny because then you're not using a picture as a crutch.
I'm not saying
Right.
I'm using it as a crutch. I'm saying it's an
makes
extra
it
element
easier
that
to gather
keeps
humor
it
in
keeps the video rolling, right? Because there's
I get that, but it's a lot harder to be creative without, you know, something to look at to base your commentary off of. You
I
have to
agree.
focus. If you want to make a picture in the viewer's head, you can't just show a picture. You have to be really good at talking and describing to
Alright,
put
so
a
who's
picture in the
better?
viewer's head.
Rack or Carson?
I'm not
Comment
trying to make an
below.
argument.
Epic
I'm not
rap
trying to make an
battles.
argument over who's
Yeah.
better. But
Just fucking
if you want to
fight right
compare
now.
us, yeah, go right ahead. All right, people already do it all the
I don't
time,
thi-
anyways.
Oh,
I get
yeah, no,
comments
they
on
do.
my videos saying Carson is better.
I get comments on mine that say Rack is better. So I mean, it goes both
Damn,
ways.
so
You
who's
guys want to
right?
make out?
You gotta just make out right now.
Yeah, no. Honestly, though, neither of us is better. We make very different content.
Yeah, it's
I just
comparing-
think one.
Comparing like apples to oranges.
Yeah, they both have their strengths and weaknesses, I think. And
I think
mine
there's
is
no
definitely
fucking point
easier.
comparing YouTubers anyway.
That's
Yeah.
true, that's true.
Just watch
Unless
them
you're
both.
making very similar content or ripping someone off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just kill the Paul brothers.
Okay.
So,
I like that's what you got out of that conversation.
That's
I
violent.
didn't. I just had that in my head. I was just thinking about taking a hammer to their skull and slowly crumpling
As you
it
do.
into a meaningless lump of flesh.
Thank you, Kanye. Very cool.
Okay, was there anything other than just hitting recommended for you, Carson, like to blow you up?
I was lucky to be in a position where I was already like getting some traction because I had the podcast and I'm friends with Rack, so I already had some people come.
Did you just like?
Bless you, dude.
Oh no, that was a sneeze. Okay, continue.
So I already had
Yeah.
some traffic coming in, which I was really lucky to have. So that coupled with the fact that I started putting out everything that I put out was pretty solid for a good while up until I got age restricted after my invading Discord servers too, which set me back a little bit. But I'm
Wait,
back.
that video got age restricted?
The cursed videos video
yeah, that was
got
my
age
fault.
restricted. How is it your fault?
I supplied most of the stuff that probably got you age restricted.
That's true.
Like the naked dude running in the street.
It's a
screaming.
hilarious video.
That's what I thought it
yeah.
was. Is the running naked guy is probably what did it.
I don't. Yeah, that has to be it. But
But
who knows?
yeah, it was a lot of hitting recommended with the invading Discord server stuff, and then my other stuff just followed suit.
So there wasn't anything like someone giving you a hefty shout out or like iFunny before that or anything. It was just recommended.
I definitely just started hitting recommended with the first invading Discord servers, but my videos before that were picking up like 10 to 20K already. That was when I like came on your podcast the first time too. And I was getting more and more views on those videos that I already had out.
True.
And people were starting to view chain, starting to just go through all the videos that were new. I also have a playlist for people to binge with all my new content, and that's the only thing I have on my homepage.
Yeah, that was a really good idea.
So, like, people immediately just start binging that playlist, which helps me grow those videos more, too. But yeah, mostly recommended. And then I started really blowing up, like, right after VidCon. It was at the beginning of July. And what happened was I uploaded the Invading Discord Servers 2 video, and then a couple clips from there started blowing up on various social media. Very similar way to how Rack blew up, which is really weird. But I just got super lucky, pretty much.
Why the second has more views than the first.
Yeah,
but
it was also just a better video.
Certain clips, yeah.
I think the second one's way funnier.
Did you? Yeah, you saw the one I added you in where dude nab, like the worst nab I've ever seen, where they were watching a video
that's
on their
everywhere.
laptop filming with their phone. Like,
Oh,
just
man, that is
rip
cool.
the video. What?
Yeah, no, he does it worse. It's not in an actual server with people there. All the bowling pins
that
are
wasn't your
uncapitalized
video?
and muted.
I thought that was your video they were watching and filming.
He filmed himself doing the same thing to rip off the gag.
Oh,
And he
what
did
the
it
fuck?
worse, and he tried doing Rack's voice for the fuck a split. And he like made himself super
That did
deep.
sound weird. I didn't even think about that.
Wait, I haven't seen this. What?
I just thought it was shitty.
It's the worst. And that's the one that some meme pages were like, we're putting that on our page. This is gonna get traction.
Oh man,
Dude,
that
that's
is
so funny.
cool.
Just thinking of
That's
meme
so
pages doing
cool.
that, because we were both friends with a dude who ran a meme page for a long time, me and Joko. Do you remember
yeah.
@drops
Your
on
boy.
Twitter?
Yep.
Well, do you guys ever see that before it got suspended?
Ad drops. Yeah.
I know.
So we were friends with the dude, and I just thinking back to that now, he definitely he made a video that went viral and people stole it, and he definitely got the idea and just started stealing everything. Like, do you ever see the sausage video with like the little kid who's like,
The
I'm
eggs,
gay,
bacon,
but I can
grits,
take
sausage.
that sausage or some shit, and the dude just laughs his ass off at it.
Nah.
Guess not. But like that got fucking nabbed and put everywhere, and like fucking MLG parodies use his laugh and shit still. And it's like,
Well, Harry has a
violent.
great laugh. It's deserved.
There's the post. It got retweeted by Mini Lad and his friend Dithy Denagla or something like that.
Denogla.
So
Yeah, I know
it's
who you're talking about.
broken. I'm super salty, to put it lightly, because it's just
Oh my
so
God.
much worse.
That is a rip of Rack's voice. That's so bad.
I know.
I'll put the link to the tweet in the
Oh
description for
fuck,
the
a
podcast.
split.
Oh fuck, a split.
Ew.
And he's got a fucking swastika on the screen too.
Yeah.
Meme
Dude, that's
titties.
epic memes.
That's
Devil emoji,
epic.
devil emoji, devil emoji.
Like, you can tell this type of person that's going and ripping
Hey.
off of my video.
Oh fuck! I got a split.
If you can do anything, your video got like 4 times as many views than the Twitter video, so
Yeah, but I still feel like that's traction I should be getting.
it's true.
You know,
But
like,
you know,
like
at the
that
end
is
of the
I think
day-
we're
that is
just
a
gonna have
straight up
videos
rip
getting
off
ripped
with
off.
no credit given. You know.
Well, people credit you in the replies. That's the whole reason I got traction off my iFunny features, was that people would credit me in the comments.
Well, yeah,
when
but
the
I don't
original
want people
poster did.
thinking that that's me in the video, you know, doing it so poorly. I want my work being known as my work. So
right.
like,
it would be like if somebody like word for word voiced or recorded themselves voicing my jokes in a server.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than just ripping my
I would much rather it be ripped from my
that.
actual video.
Right, because then people would be a little bit more excited about it.
Yeah, like I feel like that's a really bad
get
impression
that.
to give.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's CallMeCarson. Wow, he makes bad videos. I'm not gonna check him out. That shit sucked.
No, that's Twitter looking at it. That's the funniest thing they've seen all day. Let's continue
You have a point.
on.
Highlight of the TL.
What's it like having an army at your bidding, Carson?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Intimidating. I'm scared I'm gonna make the wrong move at any second. With that being said, having people constantly say subscribe to Call Me Carson in every comment section where I'm featured, or anything, that's a big plus. I will say I like that.
Technoblade.
It's not even subtle like the hiss thing. It's just subscribe to Call Me Carson.
Yeah, there's nothing subtle. It's extremely violent.
Yeah. I heard
They are
that you
vicious.
said, Joko, there was a Minecrafter who tried to do the same thing, but it just came out.
No,
as
he
bad
did.
because he's a Oh, he did, but I don't
No,
care.
it was successful, but I just want to figure out how you make it a meme to subscribe to your channel.
You just do it.
No, this has been a thing since like I've been saying it since like 2015 as a joke. Like I was spamming chat in like 2015 in CS servers with subscribe to Call Me Carson, and then my comments would be like, "Oh, subscribe to Call Me Carson." I'm like, I guess you're right. and then it just picked up steam, and now it's like an actual thing. So it wasn't anything like I planned out. I've just been doing it for a long time as a joke for myself, and it just caught on.
Yeah,
I guess my new catchphrase will be donate Joko $10,000. We'll see if that one catches on. Maybe. If you say it enough times, maybe
Laggy
it'll
bitch.
happen.
All right, thanks, Decepticon. So,
Oh, you're welcome.
yeah, you just lied out a little bit. Thank you.
No problem.
What do you think about Ninja being diagnosed with ligma and only having a few weeks to live?
Wait, what's ligma?
Ligma D's balls.
How do you fuck that up? What is wrong with
These
you?
nuts!
It's so easy to.
Jeff?
I just
You
love
disappoint
that it's essentially D's nuts, but in 2018. I like how degraded the memes are in 2018. They're just the worst.
Yeah.
Howard the Alien. I made a video on him just to see what would happen because I wanted to see if the video would catch on, which it did. It's got like 300k views, which is stupid
fuck
for
yeah,
that video. And I also wanted to see like all the stupid memes my fan base would send me, and I'm still getting sent Howard the Alien memes, and they're all terrible. I love it. It's a trash heap that I created.
Yeah.
I belong in a dump.
Probably.
I just love that Ninja has ligma as a meme because people can say ligma balls. Like that's the stage we're at right now. It's a very good state of the internet right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That's so phenomenal. And then he's like trying to ban people from saying it in his chat too. It's great. You can't
Ninja, I'm
take
so
a banned
sorry about
word.
your ligma.
Yeah. I know it's a sensitive subject, but you can't just ban people, man.
You should start a GoFundMe.
Treat Ninja's ligma. Oh my god. That'd be like, don't actually create one because then money will be spent for no reason, but like a screenshot
No.
of just a GoFundMe.
Start one and then say like, don't tell anyone, but like donate all the money towards like cancer research. You know,
Oh, and then just make a video donating Ninja.
like hop on the meme and
Couple
and
thousand.
just do it all for charity. You know, like that's the way to go.
That'd
Like
be good.
make it a better situation
That'd be
instead of getting
wholesome.
irritated over the meme. Benefit other people off of the meme. You know.
Yeah, treat my ligma fund on the top of Ninja's streams, and it's just a donation goal of $1 million.
Yeah, I almost feel like you'd have to be like, hey, this is for ligma research, and then put cancer in like parentheses or something. I don't know, but like I feel like there's a way to spin it positive.
Well,
rather
aren't you
than
just
getting
patronizing
irritated.
people with cancer then by calling their disease ligma?
No.
I don't think it would be
You don't tell 'em you're
patronizing if
donating to
you're
cancer.
raising money for them.
You don't say it's going to cancer research. You just say donate to cure my ligma.
Donate to cure my ligma, in parentheses cancer. Wait, so then would you call that a malignant tumor?
Oh.
He'll be here
Alright,
all
you're-
week at Sunday.
you're-
I'll be here all week. It's Sunday.
You're canceled.
Chick-fil-A
That's
closed today.
timeout.
That's a timeout.
I'm gonna have to
Right.
call
You're in timeout.
fucking timeout. Yeah.
I would put Rack in timeout, but the question next is for him, so can't do that. When are you going on the official podcast?
All right, so I'm waiting until I'm more established, and what that means is like I want to wait till more people know who I am, because I feel like if I went on the official podcast right now, there's too many people that wouldn't be interested because they don't know who I am, and I feel like, you know, I don't want to do the official podcast a disservice by not being a very like interested in guest, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, let me bounce this idea off you. They brought in a country singer that has like 30,000 followers on Twitter.
Okay.
I don't think that's
Good point.
gonna. I don't think that like having a niche audience that some
Yeah,
people will
but
be interested
I
in is
feel like
gonna be a
that's-
problem.
I feel like that's interesting for people to have
I
a
guess,
country
yeah.
singer. Not the fact that they don't have a big following, but the fact that they're a country singer, you know? Like that's a new
They're not a
perspective,
YouTuber.
interesting
Well,
topics.
the reason I say that is because people that don't know who I am just see me as a random guy. I don't have a fucking like crazy talent like that.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be an underwhelming guest. I want to wait until like I'm more established and well known by the general
Question.
public of YouTube.
Isn't Swagger
that's-
supposed to go on?
Swagger's supposed to, yeah. I can understand that at his point, but I still feel like I'm a little bit too young of a YouTuber.
I guess that
That
makes
too.
sense.
There's also an age gap.
No,
I feel like it'd
as
be-
in like I haven't been doing YouTube for long enough. I've been
yeah,
around
there's
for
an
like
age
2
gap.
years.
They're
I've been-
definitely all older. than
No,
you.
no, I've been around for 2 years. I'm not like I
I
haven't
would
been
feel
doing
weird
it for
about
that
it
long.
too, Rack. I understand.
Yeah,
All the
being in a
people
room
that
with
get on the
4
podcast are like
25-year-olds.
classic. Yeah, no, they're like classic YouTubers that get on the podcast that have been going for like a long time.
All right.
Yeah. Don't
what if
worry,
they
bro.
contact
You
you?
just gotta hit the gym.
That's
a little bit
just my
swole.
opinion.
Get on the
And I'll
podcast.
tell you what. Try to convince me all you want. I'm gonna go hang up a poster, so I'm not listening.
All right. Let's see.
God, that was so cool.
Where's the
so
topic
cool.
that?
Why are you
So
just
fucking
constantly?
awesome,
Wait,
dude.
back it up. Why is Joko just saying, "Oh, that is so cool"? That's all. That is what you've contributed to this podcast. That and motorcycle noises.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, there's more background noise coming from Cooper than me.
Yeah, there's these little. Okay, I've thought so many times. These fucking fags on Harleys drive down the road, and they're the loudest things I've ever experienced. And I want to just put a sign up on the stop sign near my house that says like something that makes them angry.
Harley David, stop.
That just
That'll
speaks
show
Free
them.
mulch
I
for Harley
I
Davidson
just want to call them
people.
losers or something, but I don't know. Put some road spikes out there when they come
I'll
down,
be here all week. It's July 22nd,
which happens to be a Sunday.
which
Shit.
happens to be a Sunday.
So, in line with my streak, I told a story on Twitter that people were very interested in. So, I was. Are you laughing at burnt popcorn again?
No, he's laughing at. I'll be here all week. It's Sunday.
It's July 22nd.
All right, let's give him a minute. We good?
Yeah.
Quiet. All
It's
right,
not funny.
So,
Not
on my
funny.
street, a psychopath was shot by the police. That's the end. But let's back it up. So this guy, like
What-
miles
You
away.
just start off with that.
Yeah, to get your attention. So
Spoilers.
he's driving in a
Jeez.
police chase like 100 miles an
This
hour.
movie sucks.
And
Tells you to twist
he-
at the end.
While he's on like driving 100 miles an hour being chased by the police and a helicopter, he calls dispatch and says that if he gets stopped, he's going to try and shoot the police officers. So he makes it all the way to my street somehow, which is like probably 20 miles or 30 miles away from where he started. And I live right next to a lagoon, and he drove all the way off the street and like down to the water, like in the lagoon, and got out and like pulled out something that looks like a gun, and it wasn't a gun, obviously, and he was trying to kill himself via cop, and they shot him in the shoulder, and he lived, but they like detained him. And I was at my friend's house listening to jazz and smoking, and my parents called like, "Don't come home." And I was like, "Oh fuck!" There's like shooting apparently in front of my house, and it scared the shit out of me because I was kind of high, and I was like, "There's shooting on my street. What do I do?"
Your mom calls you.
Yeah.
Don't come home. You're gonna get shot.
Yeah, basically.
By who? Your dad.
No. Well, he does have a bow and arrow, so I'd be worried about that. Anyway,
Holding you
Fucking
at bow
Legolas
point.
the
yeah,
fuck
at
out
bow
of you.
point. That'd be fucking scary. I'd be so much more scared if a dude had an arrow drawn at my heart versus a gun.
Why?
So yeah, just because like that's a lot more of an agonizing death, taking an arrow through your sternum or some shit. than
I'd
just
much
being
rather
shot.
take it in the knee.
All right, Epic Gamer. Let's slow it down.
I'm leaving.
I used to be an adventurer
No,
like you,
he's gonna
and
log
then I
off
took
with
an
this
arrow in the
thing.
knee.
You fucked him off.
Damn.
Yeah.
Epically owned libtards.
Ugh. That would hurt me though, like physically. So yeah, I
Like
had
a bow.
shut up. I had a police standoff on my street recently, which was very exciting. Thanks for listening to my story time with Tanamongo.
No problem.
Yeah,
Thank
Tana
you.
Mongolwood.
Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit that notifications button because YouTube is gay. When is he coming back?
It's a good
Never.
question. You want to start talking about your unfixably, mysteriously fucked YouTube account, and there's nothing you can do about it?
You know, it was a little bit more interesting because it was also included my car. Oh, there's a noise. I meant to delete that one. Well, basically, what the fuck? My YouTube
And it's
channel. Okay, bye. My YouTube channel, I can't see end cards on any video, and I've been emailing back and forth to support, and they have fucking no idea how to fix it. Is Rack back or not?
Yeah.
All right, Joko. Can we fix the?
I think it's just TeamSpeak.
No, it's my
You gotta fix that.
Okay, can you work on it?
I'm doing everything I can.
Is that right?
I can't hear anything you're
Oh,
saying.
wow. That was some shit.
Dude, that is so cool.
Dude, that's
The
like
coolest, some
more
would say.
epic than the gamer reference.
What was
from-
some shit?
Okay.
Nothing.
People were telling you to clean your bong. I don't know. Do you have a dirty bong?
Not anymore because my roommate broke it.
Oh, what a bitch.
So now I have a different bong, and it's new and clean and fresh.
That's good. You should clean it when it gets dirty.
All right. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. All right.
Fuck, I forgot what I was going to talk about with this. Oh, yeah. You animated the intro I use.
My
like
sternum
forever
hurts.
ago. I'm glad. Do you ever think of doing animated stuff anymore? Or was that just like a stint in your life?
I went through a phase where I had the entire Adobe. Is it Adobe Flash? Yeah, it is. I think I had the entire
The
Adobe,
Adobe
suite
suite?
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had Adobe Animator CC, and or actually no, back then it was still Flash. I had Adobe Flash, and I just went through a phase where I liked animating. I was alright at it, but I stopped because I realized I wasn't any more than alright, and that there were other things that I was more than alright at.
Can I request something though?
Yeah.
Can you put a like finale on the series you started on your other channel?
We're not getting into
Can
this.
Can you
I don't
just,
want
Let's
that
get
to. I
into
don't
it.
want. No, I don't want that to be discovered. All right.
You don't want what to be discovered, Rack?
I want closure in my life. All right, you left it on a cliffhanger, you piece of shit, and I've been waiting. All right.
I don't want that shit to be
All right.
exposed.
You don't
all
have
right?
to expose it. You just
Just
have to upload
put
it to
over
that channel.
put where I said that shit. Just overlay a censor beep, and then cut out what I'm saying right now.
Hang on.
He's not gonna do that.
Let me put a
Say no more.
timestamp. I will forget.
Well, you can just listen back to me saying it,
I don't listen
and
to
that'll
the
be your
podcast. You out of
reminder.
your mind?
Are you ever gonna get stung by a bee again?
110.
Shut up.
Ezra Gets Stung is a fantastic video.
Yeah, cut that out too.
No, that's in my favorite videos playlist, buddy.
You're a cock.
Okay, I've got the timestamp. You can.
I reacted to that video on stream.
You can say.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
You're a cock.
How?
You just are.
You did your face reveal.
Yeah, you're a cock.
There's some comments on the video now that say, damn, Ezra, always getting in trouble.
Wasn't that a video from the original upload date?
Wait, what?
Never mind. What were you gonna say that I needed to bleep out?
All that.
I already
Apparently.
forgot.
Rack doesn't
Okay,
want
I'm
Ezra
bleeping
Gets
it now.
Stung out
When
there.
are you gonna finish the series?
Never.
Please.
Never gonna happen.
Where is Nipplecopter?
Oh fuck. I just want it to be finished so bad.
Nipplecopter.
But yeah, thank you for entering my intro contest in 2014.
Yeah, no problem.
So
I remember
Fuzi
that
2.
intro contest.
You do. And I picked a shitty
Yeah.
Minecraft animated intro over hours of Ezra's
Yep.
blood, sweat, and tears.
No, I
and
knew that was the best one too.
An orange
when I saw it.
box. It's a great intro.
It was so unique.
And I use it for monetary gain now. I put it on a shirt.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Fuzi 2. Because that's topical and epic.
Oh, he fucking lost his mind.
Dude,
He's-
that dude is off his rocker, okay?
I don't pay attention to drama. What happened with Fuzi?
Oh, I wasn't going to either, and then last night I'm like, I might
It's-
as well dabble.
It's a fucking
in some
psycho.
drama.
Like, it's not boring shit. It's not fucking.
Oh, it's not.
A scarce
He's-
upload about a YouTuber saying another YouTuber like scammed him or something. This is like.
Yeah, no, he's legitimately like
He's
not there.
clinically insane, and no one is stopping him. He's using all of the money he's gained and blowing it all.
He's
on-
manifesting stuff, bro.
He thinks that if he thinks of something, that's what he says. He thinks if he thinks about Drake going to a concert he puts on, that Drake will be there.
God,
and-
that is so cute.
He stalked
Get you a
Drake
man like that.
in LA, trying to talk to him, and he never did. But he
And then-
says he did.
And then he said he met Drake, and then he put on this entire thing, this entire like Coachella of 2018, right? Coachella but free, right? And like a fourth of the place was filled. But anyways, every ad was saying Drake was going to be there. The
logo.
stream title said need 2 million viewers for Drake, right? He never met Drake. Drake has been like, yeah, no, I don't know who that is. Drake has never met Fuzi 2. And Fuzi 2 swears up and down that he has met Drake and on like all social media.
Wait,
think-
so let me get this straight.
He thinks he's met Drake. He thinks he's met all these people.
Wait, let me get this straight. He threw his own convention and advertised it as a convention that Drake was going to go to,
Yeah.
despite
Like a
never
concert,
meeting
yeah.
him.
It was a concert convention type thing.
What's his motive behind that?
Well, it was.
He did it all in 7 days,
To
by
end
the way.
racism.
Yeah, it was
That's what he
ending
said.
racism and spreading love was his goal.
Yeah.
The way he's told somebody.
He's white.
He told
He's
Keemstar.
Arab, I think.
He told
Middle
Keemstar that he was in Australia, and he started like bragging to Keem, dude, I was crazy. Listen, I felt the energy, and I could tell like everything was gonna work. Everything was gonna happen. I was gonna fill up the Greek theater, and it's gonna be a great concert. We're gonna get Drake, and like he was like shouting around his room and stuff.
No, not only that,
apparently.
he said
There's
we're
a
gonna
video
get
of
Drake.
him in his bathrobe, apparently, like insane.
Yeah. He's like, we're gonna get Drake, we're gonna get LeBron James, we're getting J. Cole, like we're getting Lil Pump, we're getting what is his name? 69. He just kept
69.
name dropping people. Yeah, 6ix9ine, whatever. Fuck you. He just kept name dropping people that don't know who he is and would never respond to anything he'd propose. But he's like, with the energy and the manifestation I can do with my brain, like it's gonna happen. And he's like, I will delete my channel if you don't see me on stage with J. Cole in a month. To Keemstar on his fucking shitty documentary. Keemstar.
That was actually the first thing I've watched of Keems in a long time, and I
same.
was actually entertained.
I don't know. I don't know if I was entertained or not. I was just morbidly curious.
You guys forgot a very
Morbidly
important
curious.
part, though.
What?
It got swatted 45 minutes in because
that's
they
right.
called in a bomb threat.
Yeah.
And then after that, he went and got on top of a car and started preaching to people, basically.
Oh yeah.
And then after
yeah,
that, I think he
I'm
got on
very
Adam
much out
22's
of the loop about
podcast.
him, but I went to his channel and every single one of his videos has comments and ratings disabled. So I can already draw enough of an opinion off of that.
It's actually legitimately entertaining to watch Keem's documentary on it. I mean, it's a well-produced documentary. Like, it's actually well put together. Keem's an awful, terrible human being. But is he off his rocker? No. And like, he was like documenting it. It's actually barely decent.
Yeah,
And I
the
hate
only stuff
Drama
saw
Alert. I
from
hate
that
Drama
is,
Alert as a channel, but I think those some solid videos.
Yeah, Keem is absolutely making money off of mental illness, but it blows my fucking mind that people aren't stopping him. Like, he's genuinely insane
He is.
right now, and no one is consoling him, getting him, like, any sort of help, putting him back on his meds, like, just do something.
He also said Tyler Perry is the world's like highest valued actor, highest
paid.
Yeah, and he's not. Some dude in India is.
No, it's Dwayne.
The Rock is.
Yeah.
The Rock.
I'm fairly certain it's the dude that's like called the King of Bollywood or whatever. It doesn't matter,
Maybe you're right.
but it's definitely not Tyler Perry.
As of 4 days ago, Dwayne is the highest paid actor in history.
With good reason. I love that man.
Yeah, he takes
Yeah, he's
everything.
Yeah, no, I have a channel called the Official Dwayne The Rock Johnson YouTube channel.
Oh,
Is it
tell us
run by Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
No, it's run by me.
Oh.
But
You
yeah,
should-
yeah,
Have you
it's
seen- Sorry, continue.
it's all one clip, edited different ways, except for one. One is just his cereal sponsorship. It's a very good channel.
I'm looking it up right now. But have you seen the channel that's just man eating food? And every upload is
Yes, I have.
yeah, every upload is just him eating like a varied food item, and it's like 8 seconds long, and there's like 15 uploaded per day, per
Yeah.
hour.
Oh, Cooper muted his mic.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's probably dead.
I was delivered
Oh.
pasta.
Oh, wow.
Can we have some?
Yeah, if you want. Here, I'll put up to the mic.
Pasta and mulch.
Here.
Mmm.
I'm not gonna give any of my mulch.
This isn't coming through. I'm trying to like make the good pussy sound, but it's not. All right, whatever.
Hey, so
I can make the
I
good
linked-
pussy sound with my free mulch if you want.
I linked my channel trailer for the Official Dwayne The Rock Johnson YouTube
Cool,
channel.
because I looked
in
up
chat.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and what came up was a channel with 0 subscribers, 1 view that says how to get free Instagram followers, or 1 video.
Yeah, that's not me.
That's
the
Carson
one I
as
put
well.
in chat is me. It's my channel trailer. I think you'll like it.
The Rock.
That's my introduction.
Serial sponsorship. Your mind is a fucking enigma, dude. Like, how?
Watch The Rock, bro.
Okay, can we continue? Next topic.
No, you gotta watch The
Who
Rock.
added that? And who added... Okay, did you do that, Joko? Because you're chortling.
What? I didn't do anything.
Okay, that was definitely
No, I actually didn't.
Carson then.
What
were you
favorite
talking about?
annoying orange? You're telling me you don't want to
think we're
talk
done.
about that?
Are we done?
Are we done?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Possibly. I guess so.
All right.
So
I
Thanks
guess.
everybody
since
for,
we're the
for
most
watching.
popular podcast, is there anything you guys want to shout out before we?
I could discuss the psychedelic experience still, if you want me
let's
to.
do it. You haven't talked at all. Let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, actually, I kind of already, like, said well, there's a few things I didn't mention. But basically, alright. So, before, like, a couple of weeks ago, I had never taken... Well, I'd taken one psychedelic. I'd taken LSD, like, a year and a half ago at a friend's house, and we watched The Jungle Book, and I was scared out of my fucking mind. So, it wasn't like a positive psychedelic experience, so I don't even really count that. But, so the first time I had a positive psychedelic experience was, like, just last week. A friend from my Discord, was visiting in Portland, and they showed up, and they had LSD tabs. So, me, him, and my roommate all dropped LSD. And that was really scary going up at first, but then it was, like, just social bliss. Like, after the tabs hit me, I was talking so fucking fast. It was like I literally lost the ability to stutter, and I was just talking nonstop, like at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And my mod took a video of it, and he sent it to me, and I watched it back after I'd come down all the way, and I was like, "There's no fucking way I was talking that fast, dude."
Damn.
Yeah, it was really weird. It was like the lava lamp was on, and it was changing color. We were listening to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club, the album by the Beatles, and it sounded like fucking liquid gold to our ears. Time went by really slowly. We would check the clock after what felt like an hour and see that only 15 minutes have gone by. And, like, we didn't really organize time with time. We organized it with, like change of setting or change of music would, like, determine, like, a new, like, quote-unquote scene, I guess, in the experience. And basically everything just felt like a sitcom. Everything was fucking like, yeah, social bliss, 1,000 times funnier. Had some interesting conversations that I forgot for the most part, but yeah, so that happened. And then I also did magic mushrooms for the first time, like not even a few days later. I met up with one of my roommate's friends who had like just a bunch of shrooms he was trying to sell. So we bought like $100 of shrooms, which is like an ounce, and my roommate ended up taking half the bag. He took half an ounce of magic mushrooms, and he was fucked, dude.
Yeah, I don't really have a gauge of how much that is, but that seems like a lot.
Yeah, so that would be like 12 to 14 grams. And I took like under an eighth. I think I took like 2 to 3 grams. And I was tripping pretty hard on 2 to 3 grams. So basically whatever the fuck I was feeling, he was feeling like 4 or 5 times worse. Or better. It interchanged between worse and better as the night went on. So he takes him, he goes into his room, he's like, alright, I'll come in and let you know when they've hit. And I'm like, alright, sounds good, dude. And I take my eighth, and he takes his half ounce. And then he comes in after 30 minutes. He opens my door, and he just falls on the floor, laughing his ass off. And I'm like, yo, what's up, dude? You having fun? And he can't even, like, talk properly. He's just laughing his ass off on the floor. I'm like, alright, dude, as long as you're having a good time. And at this point, like, they've hit me, too. So, like, if he doesn't want to talk, if he's having a good time, then I'm like, whatever. I don't need to talk either. And I'm digging the music, too. So I'm just lying on my bed. He's still just on my bedroom floor. Alright, keep this in mind. He's just there, and I'm just, like, coexisting. I'm lying on my bed, just staring at the ceiling, listening to the music. And after 5 minutes, I turn over, and I'm like, how you feeling? And as soon as I say how, he starts bursting into laughter all over again. And I'm like, alright, it is impossible to have a conversation with him at this point. Everything I say, he just laughs at, and then says nothing back. So, I'm like, alright, whatever. And then he gets up, he walks to the bathroom, and I hear like a loud, like, smack on the floor. And so I walk over, and he's just on the bathroom floor laughing. And I'm like, what's going on, dude? And he says nothing. He's just staring at the ceiling. And I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go back to listening to the music. And I come in, I check on him, like, every, like, few minutes, just to be like, how's it going? Still having fun on the bathroom floor? just like making fun of him kind of, and every time he just totally ignores me, and he actually looks like pretty jaded and like out of it after a while, and I just keep saying, alright man, as long as you're having a good time, let me know if you're not, and I'll come like save you or whatever the fuck. And I do that a few times, just going back and forth to the bathroom in my bedroom, and then it clicks with me, it occurs to me, maybe he's not having a good time, and he's just incapable of speaking and can't tell me. So I walk into the bathroom and I'm like, dude, do you want me to get you like a glass of water or something? And he fucking perks up and his head snaps to mine. He's like, yes. So I get him a glass of water and some watermelon, and he's just like having a feast on the bathroom floor. I'm like, all right, so you're not having a good time? And he's like, I don't even know. And I'm like, is it profound? And he's like, it's too profound. I'm like, okay. And he's like, dude, I am never fucking doing drugs again. I'm fucking done with drugs, dude. I'm like, yeah, I doubt that, but alright, you know, I'll respect that decision in the moment, but I guarantee you a week from now you're gonna fucking be ripping a bong, just like you always have. And I grab his hand, I nurse him back to good health, I get him out of, you know, his rut or whatever the fuck. I nurse him back to a good headspace. We didn't have a trip sitter, it was just me and him, but since I hadn't taken that much, I was still somewhat functional, so instead of just jamming out to the music, I dedicated that night to just making sure that he had a good time, basically, because he wasn't at first. So I rescued him, and then once he was back to a good headspace, he was walking back and forth aggressively, power walking back and forth in the living room, like punching and kicking the air, going like, oh, I did it, dude, I did it. I'm like, what did you do? And he's like, I broke free. He's like, you brought me to a good place, dude. Like, the reason I took half an ounce is so I could get to this place, and I made it. I got to the place, dude. I never have to take psychs again, bro. I'm like, all right, I'm happy for you. And he's like, dude, you have to do this too. And I'm like, no, I'm good. After what I just watched, I think I'll pass. I'm pretty happy with the 8th I took, but I appreciate the offer. And yeah, and then the rest of the night we just like hung out and drew shit and listened to music, and it was a good time. Yeah, and also throughout the night I was giving updates to JC. I was DMing him on Discord. And it was so bizarre, like, the headspace I was in, because the entire time I was tripping, I was in just the most, like, good, wholesome mood. And I had gone up while I was playing CS with JC, and he was streaming. And so I said before I got off, like, alright, I'll let you know how it goes, I'll send you updates, like, for the stream and shit, too. And he was like, alright, sounds good. So I'd gotten off. And then later, after that had all happened, I was DMing him on my bed, and I literally felt like an astronaut on an alien planet sending memos back to Earth. It was so wild.
Fuck yeah.
That's fucking crazy, so...
Yeah, and I was like drawing shit too, and I was sending him my drawings, and he was like, yeah, that's whack, you're definitely on fucking mushrooms.
So just don't take too much is the memo, and don't
Basically,
do LSD.
yeah, because with the amount that I took, like, alright, like, I'll throw in the disgusting details. When I was, like, holding my roommate's hand when he was on the bathroom floor, he was like rubbing his face on my hand, like having a full-on fit, and like drooling and spitting on my fucking hand and shit, and I didn't even care because the shrooms had me in such a good fucking mood. I was like, alright, I don't even care, literally nothing can make me upset right now. I was like, yeah, don't worry about it, dude, spit on my hand all you want, I'm gonna be in a good mood no matter what. And then, at the end of the day, after we'd all, like, come down all the way, I went to lie down in my bed, and my mattress was like the comfiest thing of all time, and it literally felt like I was like on a rocking ship as I dozed off. It was probably the best sleep I've ever gotten.
Do you drink much?
I have a bottle of Jaeger in the fridge that my friend dropped off while he was over. I don't drink that often, but I've been thinking about cracking into that bottle.
Because
I just don't know when.
I feel like everything is similar with either being drunk or crossed, besides like getting trapped in your own head. Like just how your body functions and everything, and like your mood and all that is like almost identical. Just besides like,
But I feel like
him
being
feeling
crossed.
like overcoming a fucking battle in his own head. Like,
Yeah. He
did it!
He didn't have any regrets. He was really happy he did it. He was like, I'm so
Yeah,
fucking
I
glad I
mean-
did that, bro. I learned so much, dude. I was like, it didn't look to me like you did, but I'll take your word
Dude,
for it.
he was getting an education.
yeah,
He
fuck
was.
college.
That's what was going on when he was laughing his ass off on the floor. Guarantee. No,
can
but I
see
feel like
the
with
equations.
being, I can see every equation. I feel like with being crossed, that's like more of like a downer. I think more than anything, and
Not for me.
Yeah.
But for some people, I can see that. Yeah.
well, like it makes you. For me, whenever I'm crossed, it makes me socially stupider. But when I was tripping on mushrooms, I felt like I was completely wired, like every barrier in my brain had fallen over. Because like I was in a really good, wholesome mood, first of all, and I was also just like every thought flowed perfectly into the next, and like I was literally incapable of stuttering. My speech was fucking liquid honey. Everything felt incredible about just being alive and existing. It was bizarre. And I feel like I don't really get that with being crossed. With being crossed, it's more like it's more effort to communicate.
Yeah, a
No,
little
they're
bit.
definitely not the same.
Yeah, I didn't
But
say it was the same at all.
But I would describe it as alternative thinking when you do stuff like that. It's like, yes,
Yeah.
you just think in a different way. Some of it, it's like you're thinking in a different way, and it's just wrong, right? You're just
Yeah.
doing stupid shit. But also you're thinking in different ways that can like make you happier. It's like you'll change your mindset regarding some things when you do stuff like that.
Yeah,
And,
dude,
I
shrooms
think
are-
that's why it
shrooms
can
are,
be
like
enlightening.
genuinely good for you.
Yeah. So I think like once you experience maybe a mentality shift doing something like that, it could actually have a big impact on your life.
Yeah, I think it did. I feel like I'm definitely like my brain works a little bit more efficiently after taking those mushrooms, if that makes any sense. Like
makes sense.
I can find value in things easier. Like I can find value in people easier. I don't know. It sounds like really hippie bullshit, but it's honestly the truth. Like if I really like stop and focus and think about it, like comparing things now to how they were before, like I definitely feel like I can find value easier.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So yeah, positive impact.
Kind of want to try shrooms now.
It made my bed a lot, like, alright, my bed was really fucking comfy after I'd come down and went to bed, but ever since then, my bed has been comfier too. It's really fucking weird.
See, I have the opposite problem. When I bought it, it was comfy to everyone, and so all my friends come over to my house, ignore me, and get in my bed. It's
They just only come
Wow.
over to sleep
Literally.
in your bed.
yes,
It's fucked up.
like sometimes, but it happens.
Wow.
I'm gonna miss this motherfucker. Gotta go to college. So I think we're good.
But yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that was my psychedelic experience.
Sounds like a fun time.
Thanks for sharing.
Oh yeah, so
missing it,
Carson, are
queer
you inspired to
straight-edge
do drugs
bitch.
now?
Yeah, you're gonna do drugs now?
No.
Ah, well, this was a failure. Scrapping this podcast.
Yeah, I thought that would have been
Alright.
very persuasive.
Alright, take two.
Take two.
Take
Yeah.
two? Alright, let's
start.
do it.
So
from
welcome
the top.
to the. Can you do drugs now?
Fucking straight-edge fucking queer bitch. Thank you guys for listening to the A.S.S podcast. I've been RaccoonEggs.
I've been CallMeCarson.
I've been
Oh, hey,
forever Minecraft.
Rack,
23.
do you want to announce the thing?
I've been Free Mulch. Oh, the other thing? Yeah, the podcast is changing. Our podcast is changing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're making a new brand
More info on that to come.
to come.
To come.
Keep your cum ready because they're making changes to their podcast.
Yeah, hold
Yeah,
it in
don't
all
bust
week
yet.
like I do.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
recommend
actually gonna
that.
try that and see if
Could
it
be
makes me any more
straining.
creative.
Your
It does.
veins are going
It
to be
works.
bulging in your head.
It's
On my
not
cock?
true.
No, your head
Just
feel
have
like-
self-control.
okay.
of your cock.
Anime women will be looking very
Yep.
appealing.
Have self-control.
Day
Have
6.
cock control.
I do have self-control.
Yeah, well.
Joko can't
That's
keep
why I
his
don't
nut
do
in because
drugs.
every time he wins a Fortnite game, he just has unimaginable amounts of bitches on his dick instantly.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard life that I live.
Alright, thanks for watching.
Later.
See you guys in the next
I think I
episode.
have ligma.
I think I have pink eye.